Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 40 years. This year I'm going through the lessons and I'm asking Jesus to clarify for me. And then I'm writing from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. So there are going to be two videos today. The first one is on the introduction to the review number 5. And so let's get started. Paragraph 1, we now review again. This time we are ready to give more effort and more time to what we undertake. We recognize we are preparing for another phase of understanding. We would take this step completely, that we may go on again more certain, more sincere, with faith upheld more surely. Our footsteps have not been unwavering, and doubts have made us walk uncertainly and slowly on this road this course sets forth. But now we hasten on, for we approach a greater certainty, a firmer purpose, and a surer goal. I am absolutely ready to give more effort and time to what we undertake. There is nothing more important than this. I very much want to be free of the constant chatter of the ego mind and free of all doubts and uncertainties. I'm ready to be free of judgments and opinions. Because I have achieved some degree of this freedom, I know it is possible to be completely free. Now I imagine what this would be like, and this evokes a yearning for it to be done. Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet and our holy minds be still, and speak to us. We have no words to give you. We would but listen to your word and make it ours. Lead our practicing as does a father lead a little child along a way he does not understand. Yet does he follow, sure that he is safe, because his father leads the way for him. So do we bring our practicing to you, and if we stumble, you will raise us up. If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering. We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back. Quicken our footsteps now, that we may walk more certainly and quickly unto you, and we accept the word you offer us to unify our practicing as we review the thoughts that you have given us. This introduction has one of my favorite prayers in the Course. I'm walking home and I am not alone. Yes, I stumble and sometimes lose my way for a while, but Jesus, my sweet brother, walks with me and helps me back onto the path when I wander off. I am filled with gratitude for him and determined to do what I am given to do on behalf of the sonship, just as he is doing his part again and again, leaving no one behind. And this is for us to do as well. Take your brother's hand, for this is not a walk we walk alone. 4, this is a thought which should precede the thoughts that we review. Each one but clarifies some aspect of this thought or helps it be more meaningful, more personal and true, and more descriptive of the Holy Self we share and now prepare to know again. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This self alone knows love. This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator, and understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union and its Father and itself. 5, and it is this that waits to meet us at the journey's ending. Every step we take brings us a little nearer. This review will shorten time immeasurably if we keep in mind that this remains our goal. And as we practice it is this to which we are approaching. Let us raise our hearts from dust to life as we remember this is promised us and that this course is sent to open up the path of light to us and teach us step by step how to return to the eternal self we thought we lost. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This is the truth that expresses my goal. I am what God is, and we are love. We are the oneness in a constant state of union. All else follows from this knowing, and so I keep it ahead of me, a beacon of light to guide me home. God is love, and so am I. I could be nothing else because He is nothing else. Everything that is expressed in the world is an illusion that either reflects this love or is something to be undone in my mind. 6, I take the journey with you, for I share your doubts and fears a little while, that you may come to me who recognize the road by which all fear and doubts are overcome. We walk together. I must understand uncertainty and pain, although I know they have no meaning. Yet a Savior must remain with those he teaches, seeing what they see, but still retaining in his mind the way that led him out, and now will lead you out with him. God's Son is crucified until you walk along the road with me. 7, my resurrection comes again each time I lead a brother safely to the place at which the journey ends and is forgot. I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain. I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him and looks for me. I have forgotten no one. Help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me. I have a deep and abiding love for my brother Jesus and so much gratitude for his help. I gladly release him as I release myself from all doubts and all pain. Jesus says that his resurrection comes again each time he leads a brother to the journey's end. This will be true for me when I end the journey and join Jesus in his loving work. In the meantime, each step I take along the path home is helping someone else take that step. This must be true because in spite of appearances, we all journey together along with Jesus. What is accomplished by any one of us is accomplished for all of us. As he says, I have forgotten no one. Help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me. Thank you, brother. I love you. 8, release me as you practice once again the thoughts I brought to you from him who sees your bitter need and knows the answer God has given him. Together, we review these thoughts. Together, we devote our time and effort to them. And together, we will teach them to our brothers. God would not have heaven incomplete. It waits for you as I do. I am incomplete without your part in me, and as I am made whole, we go together to our ancient home, prepared for us before time was and kept unchanged by time, immaculate and safe as it will be at last when time is done. 9, let this review be then your gift to me. For this alone I need that you will hear the words I speak and give them to the world. You are my voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands, through which I save the world. The self from which I call to you is but your own. To him we go together. Take your brother's hand, for this is not a way we walk alone. In him I walk with you and you with me. Our Father wills the Son be one with him. What lives but must not then be one with you? Repeatedly, Jesus is telling us that he is with us, helping us as we take the journey. He wants us to know that he is incomplete without us. We're being encouraged to devote ourselves to this work and to each other as he has done. I feel that call and I'm dedicated to answering it. Heaven is waiting for us to make this decision. As he says, it waits for you as I do. I am incomplete without your part in me. This review will be our gift to Jesus. As we do each lesson, may we keep firmly in our mind our sacred purpose. We are the voice, the eyes, the feet, the hands through which Jesus saves the world. What else am I going to do that comes close to this in worth? Shop for more clothes, watch more TV? We are asked to take our brother's hand because this is not a journey we walk alone. We cannot do this if we're judging our brother and holding grievances. I will remember my purpose if I'm tempted into this behavior again. 10. Let this review become a time in which we share a new experience for you, yet one as old as time and older still. Hallowed your name, your glory undefiled forever, and your wholeness now complete as God established it. You are his son, completing his extension in your own. We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusion seemed to claim the world. And we remind the world that it is free of all illusions every time we say, God is but love, and therefore so am I. This paragraph is reminding us of who we are and that we practice something that feels new to us, but is actually an ancient truth. And each time we do this, we remind the world that it is free of illusions. 11. With this, we start each day of our review. With this, we start and end each period of practice time. And with this thought, we sleep to awaken once again with these same words upon our lips to greet another day. No thought that we review, but we surround with it and use the thoughts to hold it up before our minds and keep it clear in our remembrance throughout the day. And thus, when we have finished this review, we will have recognized the words we speak are true. 12. Yet are the words but aids to be used except at the beginning and the end of practice periods, but to recall the mind as needed to its purpose. We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use. We wait for the experience and recognize that it is only here conviction lies. We use the words and try again to go beyond them to their meaning, which is far beyond their sound. The sound grows dim and disappears as we approach the source of meaning. It is here that we find rest. So we're given the world to use to remind us of our purpose. We're remembering that God is love, and therefore so are we. We're to use these words when we wake, during the day, and before we go to sleep. We use them to begin in each practice. And yet it is not the words that are our goal, but the experience they give. The experience comes not because of the words, but the conviction with which we utter them. And so I want to share a little something extra with you because it's something that was extraordinary for me. And I love it. So this came from an earlier journal. I cried some happy tears this morning when I read the refrain of this review. God is but love, and therefore so am I. The reason it evoked this emotional response is because of a dream I had last night. Before I went to bed, I talked to Jesus about living in joy and told him that I want this and asked his help. I then asked, as I often do, that I be taught in my sleep. I had some very clear lessons, and even remembering having a light bulb moment and saying that I finally see what that means. I don't remember what that was, but it is done and will be in my mind now. But the most remarkable part of the dream is a part where I experienced myself as pure love. There was no ego. When that part of the dream was over, I wanted it back so bad. I tried to give words to it, but there were no words. I tried to recover the feeling, but I could not. It was like looking for something I couldn't see in my imagination. How do you find something you can't visualize? All that was left was the certainty. I had felt it and the longing for it. But it happened, and I'm grateful for the experience, having had a foretaste of what is to come. When I woke up this morning, I had the memory of the experience of being only love. And then I read the lesson that tells me God is only love, and therefore so am I. Of course, I cried, cried tears of gratitude. I'm given exactly what I need on this path, even before I know I need it. Surely I'm not alone in this journey. Thank you so much for joining me with this review. And if you found it helpful, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. And I'll see you shortly with the lesson, the first review lesson.